The mystery. I'm the future and the present. I am always on Black history. I'm like same song, the last symphony. A queen by all means, I'm not physically. Back in my deaf and dumb days, I was wildin'. I didn't know who I was as a child then. Never could appear to me that the destiny of us is the heavens above of our history within the bosom of time awaits a mystery to unlock, to unload, to set a bunch of niggas free. Only if we knew we were slaves. Perhaps statistically, rebels could ignite the third dimension of life. Behold the black horse as the symbol of his cavalry above the midst of famine, disease, and savagery. There's a freedom ahead that's for you and me. It takes our commitment to let the whole matrix be a queen by all means with the hearty eye and sentiwa. Yes. Like Sojourner and Asada. Free like Tubman, fire like my mama, power like the Igbos, straight from the Dialis. Naya Bengi was a warrior.
What?
Organizing rosters in the mountains of Jamaica, Irie on the ganja, touching me Jamaica, Bati boy down, punny face, the yard
More fire.
More fire. Our ancestors showed formation in modern times, freed us from the cage of our hearts and slave minds. This revelation to you through simple signs, like Hebrews third eye on the dollar's design. 28 days in a month can only teach you one hero. Pharaoh facsimile, Greek myth zero. Queen Azinga, another favorite she wrote, who got down to get down from Angola to the Congo. The DNA within me is the chief of people's army, down to the place where all the divine minds be, the home of heaven. That is where you find me, a paradise of freedom, pure justice, and true equality.
Yeah! Oh, no. You gotta introduce yourself, sis. Come on.
Beautiful SeeAsia Earth. I'm a revolutionary, true indeed. From Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Activist from out of North. So look me up on Facebook, Beautiful SeeAsia.
BEATYFUL space capital SEEASIA. Poemedy. Poemedy is often articulated as poetry mixed with comedy, tragedy, mystery, and poverty, and spoken to a rhythm and a beat. That definition is the beginning of a conversation that has the aim of leading a literary revolution that touches every aspect of human communication. Poemedy recognizes that every syllable uttered by humans is in fact a poem. Why? Come on in. You may go to any open mic venue or location where people gather to hear poetic words spoken, stand before them and utter any syllable, sit down and wait only moments before the room will fill with wild applause for your utterance. Why? Why not? To my ear, most sounds are beautiful. The sounds of fingernails scratching on a chalkboard is a notable exception. Perhaps the ugliness we hear in words is supplied by our own imagination, and the beauty is complementary. What if all that is associated with beauty resides at the very tip of our tongue? What if the absence of beauty or other words we relentlessly pursue, love, joy, happiness, and peace, result from our unwillingness or inability to access beauty with our own utterances? What if? A piece of poemedy begins with the idea that human sound is beautiful, that meaning is relative, and that the definitional opposite is a necessary component of complete comprehension. For instance, the word day can mean whatever we agree upon, and yet it requires another word for its full meaning to be communicated. For example, if we include the word night or week in the same sentence with the word day, we clarify the meaning of the word day. You might say, this is a very hot day. I hope it cools down tonight. Or, this was the first hot day that we've had all week. In both cases, the sound of the word day remains the same, and yet the relative meaning has shifted. Poemedy thrives in these shifts of relative meaning. Poemedy asks the words of sinners to stand next to the words of saints. Poemedy requests that the sublime speak to the vulgar and that the ignorant listen to the wise. Heretofore, the world of acting has been principally divided into comedy and its definitional opposite, tragedy. Poemedy is the third way. If we agree that every utterance is a poem, and that meaning includes the definitional opposite, then there must be utterances that are not poetry. Poemedy addresses itself to poetic intent. You create that which is poetic when you intend to do so. One writer claimed that life was a comedy with a poorly written final act. The Poemedian says that life is a perfect poemedy with a perfectly wrought beginning, middle, and end.